All right, welcome to the NiFTy Chicks and happy Valentine's Day, or Gal-entine's Day as us NiFTy Chicks prefer. So cheers. We thought it'd be fun to share some projects that we love that are women-led NFT projects on this V-Day celebration. Also, if you have procrastinated or just plain forgot that today is Valentine's Day, need to find some last-minute presents for your Valentine, we've got you covered. We'll be sharing some of our favorite last-minute gifts that you won't even have to run out to the store for. So let's do this.
Let's do this.
I'm very excited.
I am very excited as well. So, happy Valentine's Day, NFTy.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Everyone out there listening.
That's right. That's right.
I just want to say thank you for those of you that are watching on YouTube, and also thank you to everyone out there in whatever podcast player you are listening to. Right. Just want you to know that we appreciate and we love you. And no, we didn't plan that.
We're such dorks.
We are. So today we are going to share with you something that we actually recorded. I think it was towards the end of last year.
Yeah, I want to say the end of 2022.
Yeah, and we did a segment on the NiFTy show, which for those of you that know, I used to be the producer for the Bad Crypto podcast and the NiFTy show. They asked us to do a little segment, so we did it. And we thought, why not just give that to you guys too? And we felt like today was the perfect day to share it because it was our 5 favorite women-led projects. And so we're going to go ahead and share that with you guys now. So enjoy that. And then when that segment is done, then we will share our Valentine's Day gift ideas that we have. So enjoy. Welcome to the NiFTy Chicks. Some of you may know me. I am NiFTy, and I am here with my co-host of the NiFTy Chicks, NiFTy. Welcome to the NiFTy Chicks. We're excited to be here on the NiFTy show today. NiFTy, how are you doing today?
I am good, and I am so honored to be here on the NiFTy show and to be representing the NiFTy Chicks. We have been, following the NiFTy. I have been a personal listener of the NiFTy show and the Bad Crypto podcast for so long, and so for me to be a part of it, it's just so exciting. So I'm so excited to be here.
Yeah, so it really is. I wanted to do just a quick, brief intro for both of us so you guys get a better understanding of who we are. As I mentioned, you may know me. I used to be the producer for the Bad Crypto podcast and the NiFTy show. I started out doing the social media for the Bad Crypto podcast probably almost 5 years ago. And then I became the producer about 4 years ago, something like that. And then when the guys started getting into NFTs, I rolled my eyes a little bit, but then started to understand the importance of NFTs. And then I actually, once we moved to Puerto Rico, I met NiFTy here. And she is actually really, I was already kind of into NFTs, but she really helped me learn about more of the women-led projects and NFTs. So I thank her for that. And we decided to create the NiFTy Chicks to help, bring more awareness to women to get into the space, to learn about NFTs, and really to help us learn more about all these women-led projects. So NiFTy, why don't you go ahead and tell the audience a little bit about you, and then we're going to dive into 5 of our top favorite women-led projects.
That's right. So as NiFTy had shared, I live in Puerto Rico, same community as she does. And so we got a chance to connect, and she actually exposed me to NFTs. I didn't know what an NFT really was before moving to Puerto Rico. And, my background is much more into traditional finance. I worked at very large investment advisory firms. And so for me, crypto and NFTs were not part of my everyday until moving to Puerto Rico. And I got to be welcomed by an incredible community here who, are heavily involved in NFTs and crypto. And so she and Joel Calm, the host of the NiFTy show, got a chance to sit me down and teach me the ropes of NFTs. That was, gosh, well over a year ago, almost a year and a half-ish. And ever since then, I've just been like bitten by the NFT bug, and I absolutely love it. It just makes sense to me. Once it made sense to me, it made sense to me. And so I can't thank Joel and for Minty Cell to introduce me to this world of NFTs, this crazy world of NFTs, and we have been at it ever since with the NiFTy Chicks that we kicked off earlier this year, and we are having an absolute blast. So I am so excited to dive into these women-led projects because like Minty Cell said, we are on a mission to bring more women into the NFT space. And so these projects are super exciting because they're led by women, and the community is full of women. And it's just very exciting and fun to be a part of the communities.
Yeah. So I say, let's go ahead and dive in. I'm going to share my screen here. Okay. So this is, honestly, it's one of my very favorite projects. World of Women is one of the first female-led projects. And before we started having this conversation or recording this podcast, we were kind of debating back and forth between each other of which came first. And it looks like there are two projects that came out within a week or so of each other. World of Women is one of them. Of course, Famed Ladies is the other, but only one of them was actually founded by women, and that's World of Women.
Yeah. They have the Famed Lady Squad have a super cool story, and we're going to dive into that, I think, into the future possibly. But what's really fascinating about World of Women is their ability to kind of right out of the gate position themselves as kind of like a blue chip women-led project, and they're just involving a lot of celebrities, a lot of money behind them to really kind of lead the charge as a top level performing NFT project, such as like Bored Ape Yacht Club and CryptoPunks. Right. World of Women is in the same dialogue as those other projects, so it's pretty exciting.
Yeah. So World of Women was started July 27th, 2021, by the NFT artist. Her name is Yam Karkay. I'm not exactly sure I'm saying that correctly, but they were originally priced at 0.07 ETH, and we can go look on OpenSea. They lowest, or the floor right now, is 2.11. So this project has really taken off. I think they've done some cool things with what they're doing. I don't know if you guys can see it in this video, but I have a WoW G. I don't have an actual WoW, which they did the WoWs are the original, the OG PFPs. And then I don't remember when the WoW Galaxies came out, but it's like season 2 of WoW. But really what they're building is, like it says here, it's an inclusive Web3 through its collection and community. They believe in giving back. They're really, just trying to bring more people into the space and educate and provide, true benefits for being a part of the WoW community. I just recently got back from NFT London and went to a community-led event for WoW, which was an amazing event. And I just finished booking all my stuff to go to Art Basel and all the events that are going to be, around Art Basel. And WoW G is putting on a gala. That was a big part of my decision, because I don't know if you guys know or not, but WoW did an event at NFT NYC, and they had Madonna. I mean, holy crap, they had Madonna.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah. So it's to me, WoW stands for not only just women in NFTs, but it's also incredible art. So, this was primarily a PFP project, right? So they released the art, and I think I would imagine they were just hoping for the best. And when the community really took off and the floor price took off with it, I think that's when they really started to transform their roadmap and the benefits that are included with the project. And you mentioned, Madonna being at NFT NYC, the WoW event at NFT NYC, and talk about incorporating A-list celebrities into this world of women and
Right.
world of NFTs. So not only do they have a lot of women celebrities that are promoting them, but also that are involved in their events. And so I think it's just they're doing it right. And we had an opportunity to speak with the community manager at WoW on the NiFTy Chick show.
Mhm.
And she's just working hard a day in and day out to make sure that the community is heading in the right direction. And I think this is really just the beginning for WoW.
Yeah, she's great, Cash V. So definitely, if you guys are interested in learning more about that, you can find that show. It's the niftychicks.io/127. And we, like as Jen FT mentioned, we talked to Cash V about what WoW is doing. So should we go ahead and move on to number 2, which is one that I know you and I are both very big fans of, and that is
Yes.
Boss Beauties. I will let
Oh,
you start this one just because you got into this at the very beginning. I came in a little bit later.
that's right. So I minted a Boss Beauty and I was so excited. This was kind of fairly early on in my kind of NFT world. And what gravitated me towards the project was the art, number one. I just think it's got, some similarities to WoW, the prominent female characters there, but it also incorporated a lot of elements of real life kind of relatable aspects. So you'll notice that a lot of the Boss Beauties have various things like an astronaut. My Boss Beauty that I minted had an astronaut, suit on, and there's military, there's doctors, there's these women just really encompass all the badassery that comes with being a female. And so I was super intrigued by the story and by the art. And then as I kind of dug into it further, I was just so in love with the team that's behind it. And we had an opportunity to meet the leader of this project, Lisa Myers, who at NFT NYC, and she's just a powerhouse, and she's just not stopping. One of the things that I really liked about this was the fact that they are the first NFTs to be displayed at the New York Stock Exchange. I have a traditional finance background. I get all tingly inside when I think about the New York Stock Exchange and being on the floor. And I tell you, like seeing her NFTs, because we had an opportunity to go onto the floor, and seeing the opportunity to see these, hanging in the New York Stock Exchange was just powerful. So I think it's just an amazing thing what she's doing, what Lisa's doing as leading the charge here, and also the project itself, the community. I absolutely love this project.
Agreed. And I just have to mention this because I was on a panel at NFT London, and one of the things we were talking about is how we reach more women in this space. And this project came to mind, and you can see here, if you guys are watching this on YouTube, you can see it pop up that Boss Beauties has partnered with Barbie. And I think that this is such a great example of how women-led projects can help get more women into the space. Every little girl knows about Barbie. I know I had quite the collection of Barbies. And so this to me, I think is such a great entry point for, girls and young women, older women to get into the space. And then there's also, the Super BBs that are going to be an animated cartoon. I just love this project. I love everything that Lisa Mayer's doing. I love the inspiration and the motto behind this, which is a woman can be anything she wants. So if you're interested, in learning more about Boss Beauties, they're bossbeauties.com. We have not had them on the show yet, but hopefully someday soon. Let's take a look at the Boss Beauties on OpenSea. So they're currently sitting at a 0.219 ETH. You can see, some of these different PFPs. As NFTy mentioned, you've got a chef, you've got the astronaut, looks like a naval captain. There's just, so many different options. And I love the art here. So,
yeah, that's awesome.
yeah. Okay. So the next one we have, this is another one that NFTy was very heavily involved in. Women Rise. You were actually a mod for them for a while. So why don't you give us a little bit of background about Women Rise and what drew you into that project?
Yeah. So when I first got into NFTs, I was really looking for projects that I could get in on the ground floor. Yes, getting into projects that had already launched and that were successful sounded great and all, but I didn't have the resources to go do that. So I was like, how do I get in on the ground floor of projects that I believe will then eventually skyrocket? So I came across Women Rise before the launch, and I had the opportunity of, as you mentioned, moderating on their Discord and really building a community. I want to say I was on Discord. I was like number 200 on their Discord community. So it was super, super early days. And the launch had been like months out. So we were talking like early stages. And all I was trying to do was be present in the community and make sure that like as the community shaped and evolved and grew, that like it was heading in the right direction. So I tried really hard to kind of participate in the community as much as I could. And so what really drew me to this was not only was it an early stage and I just felt pretty confident on like with the timing of it, but also the art. I felt like the art was super colorful. We had only glimpses of what they were trying to do. They were releasing to us kind of glimpses of what it might look like. And immediately, as soon as I saw the first preview, I was like, yes, I think this is going to be great. It's beautiful, beautiful. It's colorful. I just love everything about the artwork. And then also Malia. So she is the founder of this project, and immediately her involvement in the community was so stellar and so, leading the charge here. And I felt so strong and confident about her. And that's what led me to be like, okay, I've really found a home here with this community. And so she took me under her wing, made me a mod, and just really, she's released a couple books. She's just an incredible and impressive human being. As just outside of the NFT project, she's just amazing. So I actually now have a couple of her books, which is amazing. It's all about women who have, paved the way for other women, future generations of women. I think it's great between the art, between Malia, between kind of the community that she built. It's just a slam dunk for me.
Yeah. So let's, I just want to pull up Women Rise here on OpenSea and take a look. Oh, wow. You can get in at 0.07 ETH and just take a look at some of this art. And I actually have mine up there. So you can.
Yep. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah. So I own all of these projects except for the next one we're going to talk about, which is Dead Fellas. And I keep looking. I almost did it. I almost pulled the trigger last night. I don't know why I like this, but I do. I know part of it is because of Betty, and we had the chance to meet Betty. So for those of you that don't know, a little bit of the story behind Dead Fellas, honestly, before we met Betty and she became doxxed, I thought that I 100% thought that this was a male-led project. I would have never guessed that there was a female behind this, just based on, this artwork. And, the more I see it, when I first stumbled on this, I thought, oh, I'm not so sure about those. But the more I see them, the more I like them. So like I said, I keep going back and considering. I almost pulled the trigger last night. Yeah, and NFTy, I know you mentioned you really like the Betty pop horror.
Yeah,
they're just so cool. Super cool.
I think what's interesting about this story is you have someone leading the charge, right, who has chosen to stay anonymous through the launch of Dead Fellas. So she built a project. We did not know who was behind the project. And obviously the project did extremely well upon launch. And for her to then post launch decide, okay, I'm going to reveal behind the curtain who's actually behind this project, and for it to be a female, I thought was so amazing. I just thought it was really interesting that she chose to do that, A, and B, like what the feedback from the community was going to be, because I'm sure that she thought about that too, right? And her response was, I never really intended to be anonymous. Like it just kind of went by fire and just happened. And so doxing was never really like it's something that she thought about, but until like she now has a successful launch and now she's got a choice to make. And so like for this project screams male to me. It just the artwork, the concept of dead fellas, like dead fellas, you know, the whole thing just screams male to me. So when I found out that it was actually women led, I was like, that's badass. I love it. I think it's super cool. I am not an owner at this point, but I hope to be someday. I'm just excited about it. It's very cool.
Let's go see where they are at. So floor right now, 0.849 ETH. I don't know, NiFTy. I've been looking at this one was one of them. And there's another one I saw. It might be gone now. But one of the things that I really like about Dead Fellas is the community. They have a very, very strong community. And from what I've heard, obviously I haven't been because I'm not an owner, but from what I've heard, they throw amazing parties. And I know they just had a party at NFTy LA or some event in LA. And I know they had a killer party at NFTy NYC. And they're just doing cool shit. They did just have a partnership with Ledger that they did a drop if you owned the Ledger Black Genesis. I'm not exactly sure what the name is, but if you had that, then they did a partnership and did a drop to everybody who owned that. So I got one of those. Yay.
Amazing.
Yeah. So, and we actually had Betty on our show. It was the niftychicks.io/80 if you want to go learn more about Dead Fellas and Betty and the story behind the Dead Fellas. So let's go ahead and move on to Stoner Cats, which I love this project. I love everything that they've done. It's so fun. And we had the opportunity to get connected with them and have them on the NiFTy Chicks show. So for those of you that don't know, basically you own a stoner cat, which I've got mine right there, and it gives you access to their episodes as they release. And I believe they're on episode 6 right now, and they're like, it's basically a short cartoon about stoner cats, and they're hilarious and super fun. And the team that created it, guess what? Women.
Yeah. I absolutely love this project. One of the things that I think is cool is like, this is essentially the power of utility that comes with NFTs, right? So, we've been talking a lot about these profile picture projects, giving you access to certain events and whatnot, which is super cool. The utility of this is unique, right? This takes it to the next level. This is television 2.0. Where access to specific episodes is only given and granted to people who are holders. And so I think it's just like the next level of kind of forward-thinking TV style. And they also have looped in some incredible celebrities. Mila Kunis is behind this project. And I have nothing but utmost respect for her as an individual, but also what she's done for herself and her life. And so I think it's just like, it's cool. If you're a holder, you get access to these episodes. If you're not a holder, you don't have access to these episodes. Like it just takes that utility next level, which is super cool.
Yeah, I agree. And just a funny little side note. And again, if you want to go listen to our episode about this, but so initially they had 10,420. Makes sense, right? 420 for stoner cats, but somebody burned one. So now there are only 10,419 stoner cats, which the team just thinks it's hilarious because, they did that on purpose and then somebody burned it because they were mad about something and they think it's hilarious. So you can currently get in on stoner cats at 0.087 ETH, which is, in my opinion, totally worth it just to get access to see the episodes. And like I said, they're really funny. And we didn't even mention Jane Fonda is a part of this project as well. And that's a whole other story about her and crypto and NFTs and, coming into this project. Yeah. So definitely you'll want to go listen to that episode. And that is the niftychicks.io/98. And of course, all those links will be in the show notes for this The Nifty Show episode. And I just want to say thank you guys for letting us take over the Nifty Show today.
Man, like even after we recorded that, like probably a couple of months ago, and even today, those are still my favorite women-led NFT projects. So
Same.
Nothing has changed.
No, I mean, all I do is basically like double down on women-led projects. So.
That's right. That's right. We love them.
Yeah.
So I am so excited for all of you last minute shoppers for Valentine's Day, trying to figure out what you're going to do. We have some awesome ideas that we wanted to share with you. So first, what is, OpenSea, right? Go into the markets, check out OpenSea, type in, do just a quick search of love. You'll see so many awesome images and NFTs pop up.
Like I'm looking at this one, I really like it.
It's awesome. And like I like the simplicity of that spread love one. 0.01 ETH. Can't go wrong with that.
Okay.
That's pretty amazing.
There's no price. You have to make an offer.
Gotta make an offer.
But
yeah.
Anyway, I mean, you can you could just send the words. I love
the dog. I mean, come on,
I know. I saw that one. I'm like, oh, and I love this one. All you need is love.
Yeah.
So I think these are really cool and
super easy.
What a great gift.
Yeah.
I mean, I would love to receive one of these.
Yeah.
From my sweetie.
Easy to find, easy to get. OpenSea, just type it in. I love it.
Yeah. So then once you've done that, especially if your sweetie is not into NFTs, you gotta get them there though. You have to
bring them on board.
Help them along.
Yeah.
But what you can do is get them a paper wallet. And so we'll have this in the show notes. It is the niftychicks.io/142. And we'll have links for everything that we're talking about in here. But you can get a paper wallet and set that up. And basically all they need is an email address, which is awesome because then you don't have to do the full onboarding because, I mean, let's face it, who wants to do that on Valentine's Day?
No.
Like, you got better things to do on Valentine's Day.
100%.
So you can just send them the email and then you've sparked that interest, hopefully.
You've opened the door.
Right, into NFTs.
Yeah.
And
I like it.
Yeah.
So great idea. And lastly, I don't know if you guys live under a rock or if you are here on Earth, but man, AI is taking over. And I don't go nearly a half an hour without hearing somebody talking about ChatGPT, right? So we thought what a great idea if you go into ChatGPT and all you have to do is type in write me a love song or write me a love poem, and ChatGPT will literally create and write you your own love poem. So I thought, what a great idea.
Let's just have it do one right now.
I love it. Let's do it.
What's great about ChatGPT is you could even put in things about your loved one.
Yeah.
Characteristics and maybe something about how you met
fell in love, playing basketball if that's what you did,
or for you it'd be ice skating.
Yes, it would be.
For those that don't know that about NFT.
That's right. Spilling the beans. Yes, I met my husband figure skating.
So let's see. Tell me a love story about a couple who met ice skating.
I love it. This is my own love story. Oh, look.
Oh, but we'll change the name. It's not Sarah.
I'm not Sarah. I'm
No.
NFTy.
Right.
Look
how
at
fast this is, guys. This is so awesome. I mean, obviously we have to change the name here, but I mean, I could have said a love story about NFTy and
nice. Yeah.
right.
Oh, I love this. This is so great. So, I mean, what a great idea. It doesn't take you more than like 30 seconds to plug this in,
Right.
how you met your loved one, and it can produce a great little love story or a poem or whatever you want, and you can share that with them. So,
Love it.
that.
Love
That's
it.
great.
Well, whatever you guys decide to do for Valentine's Day, I hope that you have a lovely day. And, as always, be sure to follow us on social.
Yes, please.
You can find us everywhere.
Show the love. Show the love.
Yeah,
on this
give us
day
some
of love.
Give us some love. I created some fun little social media posts for today. So we would love it if you would give us a little heart on Instagram.
That's right.
You can find us at the NiFTy Chicks. That's the NiFTy NiFTy Chicks CHICKS.
That's right. And as always, thank you so much for listening. Enjoy Valentine's Day. Always remember, invest in yourself because you are worth it. Please listen carefully to the following disclaimer. Neither the host nor the guests of the NiFTy Chicks podcast are acting in the capacity of financial advisors. We wish to remain transparent and impartial to the NFT community at all times, and therefore, the content provided by the NiFTy Chicks hosts and guests are intended for general information purposes only. Nothing written or discussed by the NiFTy Chicks hosts and guests should be construed or relied upon as investment, financial, legal, regulatory, accounting, tax, or similar advice. Nothing should be interpreted as a solicitation to invest in any cryptocurrency or NFT, and nothing herein should be construed as a recommendation to engage in any investment strategy or transaction. Please be advised that it is in your own best interest to consult with investment, legal, tax, or similar professionals regarding any specific situation and any prospective transaction decisions. You must do your own research when considering investing in cryptocurrencies or NFTs. We are simply sharing our journey with you as we learn more about the world of NFTs. Happy minting.